Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Man, how do you start today's show?
Yeah.
This show will be another difficult show to do, man. We come into the neighborhood and we, and it'll be another one of those days, but we'll have fun, so on and so forth. But today is a day of us remembering Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for real.
And just a lot of Kobe moments. We're gonna have a lot of our listeners come into the neighborhood, man. We got some of our celebrity guests that'll be checking in with us. We got Kobe in the big interview.
Yes.
Just some of our pieces over the years of being next to Kobe Bryant, and of course we needed some time to kind of put this together the right way as well. And it, you get these moments, man, where things, you start to just like life, man. Like,
Definitely.
you know what I'm
It's so
saying?
fragile.
Like, very
It's so
much so,
fragile.
man.
Never know,
Like,
man.
and Louie, when you say you never know, I was talking to people and I was
Oh
like,
my gosh, you never.
it's true. You know what I'm saying? You never know, man. And we were talking off air where we were like, dude, Kobe passed doing the daddy thing.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm saying? Doing the daddy thing, man. Making sure that he was going, with his daughter, and the way that he was doing, making sure that she was happy with basketball, and seeing him the many times that I've seen him in the gym. The last times I've caught up with Kobe was at basketball.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, and it wasn't at a, we at a club or I just randomly ran into him at a restaurant. No, it was a given. If you wanted to see Kobe Bryant, you went to a basketball game because he was there. So we're gonna celebrate the life,
We have
the
to,
legacy.
The
We're gonna
biggest
celebrate
moments
the
of his
man.
legacy, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
some of the biggest
Oh,
moments,
give us so
man.
many,
So,
bro.
it's gonna be an emotional journey right now, man. And we just ask y'all to stay with us. You know what I'm saying? So once again, welcome to the neighborhood, Big Boy's
Big Boy.
Neighborhood. Big Boy's Neighborhood. It's one of these, man. How do you do the show?
Yeah.
It's another one of those days, man.
This was I don't know. I don't know how you talk about the legacy and the amazingness of Kobe Bryant, and then hearing the news that he passed is just devastating to so
Every
many.
time I look at the TV,
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant passing, helicopter years, and it looks crazy. I literally was sitting down and pinched myself. Like literally pinched myself, and I was like, it just seemed like a nightmare.
It is a nightmare. It's so sad. Kobe touched so many people, not just basketball fans, but sports fans and LA fans and people and
The world,
the
man.
world, literally the world. Kobe Bryant was so huge. And you just think about, it's not only the fact that we lost Kobe Bryant, but his daughter passing, Gianna, as well, 13 years old. A family was lost as well in that helicopter crash. 8 people, 9 total with a pilot, but 8 people were on that flight with him. And it's so, I don't know. It's just really sad.
Yeah, it is, man. It's like, Kobe passed. The last 4 or 5 times that I saw Kobe was in the gym with his daughter. And I saw him about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we had a chance to really talk, and he took pictures with the kids. We had a real conversation. You know what I'm saying?
You
And we had
mentioned
a
it.
quiet conversation.
Yeah.
And Kobe passed doing the daddy thing. You know what I'm saying? The daddy thing, like taking his daughter to a tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when he's at those tournaments, man, he was full dad, full coach, fully hands-on, approachable. And just to get that news, man, it's like, that's just a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
We have to send every thought and prayer and light and love to Vanessa
Oh my God.
and the rest of the
family.
girls. Like, I can't imagine, one, you've lost your husband, and now 2, you've also lost your daughter on that. And, sisters are lost. And
Like, how do you pick up? You know what I'm saying? How do you pick up in time? And and it's such a loss, man.
it is.
It's such a loss, and it's not about, and I'm not just looking at Kobe as the basketball guy or this, I'm just as a human being,
As a human
and
being,
just a wife, losing her husband, and kids losing their father and passing with your daughter, and there's families that, mother and father, it's, it's like, it's so many people affected by that. We feel a certain way, but there's people that have the real loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we'll say we lost Kobe, we lost the legend, but there's people that I lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost my sister, I lost my, there's a lot of loss there.
And we're gonna do our best to honor Kobe, Gianna, everyone lost, that we lost. Gonna do our best. All right.
Yeah, man. There's no way to wrap it up. We're gonna continue to honor and continue to get people in the neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
And be the community and be strong for each other, man. So, dude, we lost Kobe Bryant, man.
Yeah.
And it's not about anyone that's in this room, It's just that you have, whatever connection someone has or had to Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Whether it was a fan or basketball or, being in the Staples Center or just as a dad, whatever it is, man, everybody felt like they had a special connection. And I came into radio in 1994, right?
Yeah.
So my whole radio career had been, Kobe Bryant, getting phone calls from Kobe Bryant coming into the neighborhood, special moments with Kobe, watching those games and just, it was crazy going to Kobe's last game and seeing how our careers were pretty much like in line with each other, and to be at his retirement game and watching that and being from LA, doing radio in LA, man, and talking to Kobe after each ring was won, and just special moments that you have. And to see somebody pass the way that he passed, it's already hard enough when you lose someone. And then when you add on how, and the people, in the helicopter, and his daughter passing, and the last times that I saw Kobe was in the gym. Every time quite a few times I saw him was in the gym. And I'm a dad, I'm a dad first. And he was doing the dad thing. He wasn't flying to, go party or go host something or go to an award show. He got up early on a Sunday morning to fly with his daughter, to do what she enjoyed and what he enjoyed and what he loved seeing her do, And when you have so many people that pass,
So tragic.
it is, man. And this is what I tell people as well, man. I was with my family yesterday.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times my wife said, "I love you" to people. It's like we get so evil now.
Yep.
And social media and everything has turned us into monsters. And we just really got to take care of each other, man. We got to love each other. And I know that people live in this moment, and once we, inhale and get fresh, air in our nostrils, sometimes we don't remember. But I want people to remember what this feels like, not just about Kobe, but just about life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just what you feel right now, man, and just hold your family tighter.
Yep. Tight.
That man, no one on that plane, on that helicopter knew that they were putting on their last outfit.
Yeah.
And I saw a post yesterday that said, coming home is so underrated.
Yeah.
And it is. We wish people safety and, get home. But dude, I walked into my house yesterday and I was like, God, thank you for bringing me home.
Yep.
So today would be one of those days, man, where, I want to speak to LA. I want to speak to people. I want to hear your stories, man. we wanna honor Kobe Bryant. You
His
know,
legacy.
yeah, the legacy, the person who you are. You know what that connection was, whatever it may be, man. So this is our show to celebrate. This is our show to mourn. This is our show to remember. This is our show to come together as a community. You know what I'm saying? When we say Big Boys Neighborhood, we always say, man, it doesn't matter your skin, it's your grin to get in. So just call us up, man. It's 866-246-8923. I really, really want to speak with you guys, man, and I want to have these moments and these memories with you as well. So hit us up, 866-246-8923. Let's bring Daniel into the neighborhood. Daniel, as always, hello.
Hello.
Daniel, man. Hell of a day, huh?
It's been crazy, man. You know, I just kind of want to start off and give my condolences to the Bryant family, man, and everybody that was involved with this tragedy. It's, you know, it hit home for me pretty bad, man. You know, having Brian, you know, as an inspiration for, man, over 20 years of my life, you know, growing up in Inglewood, always being at the health stop where they practiced is just, you know, without knowing him, I felt like I knew him, and just hearing about his passing and with his daughter, you know, it just, you know, I couldn't even imagine what Vanessa's going through right now, man. It you know, it's not something I wish upon anybody.
Yeah. And when you say, like, it's crazy because a lot of the people that are really feeling this as well, Daniel, didn't have a Kobe moment where it's like, oh, I shook his hand or I took a picture, but he affected so many people, man. Yeah. So many people, and
so many, man.
You get these points, Daniel, where you know, of course we know nothing lasts forever. No one's gonna live forever. But I didn't think Kobe Bryant at 41, you know, like that man took care of himself, life, and I just, you know, I thought that this was gonna be like the second phase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? The second phase of Kobe,
Definitely.
what we were seeing, man.
We saw the first as him as a player on the court, but I really feel like we were about to see another side of Kobe. Not that we didn't get to see that, but that he was going to be able to fully focus on different things. And just how excited he was because his daughter Gigi was starting to play basketball and getting really into it. And really rest in peace to Gigi as well, and everybody else that lost their lives in that helicopter.
And Daniel, I think everybody has that moment of where you were at, man. So I do have to ask, where were you at? How did you find out?
Man, you know what? I was actually on my way home, and I was listening to your guys' radio station, and it wasn't until, you know, the guy said, you know, I can't believe I'm saying this. He's like, but Kobe's been pronounced dead. And I thought I misunderstood that. I couldn't really comprehend the word that came out of his mouth just because of how big, you know, Kobe was to me. And it wasn't until I got on Google, man, and I started looking. I'm like, yo, this can't be true. And I didn't see anything online. Nothing was popping up. And sure enough, it wasn't until, you know, minutes later, you know, TMZ, you know, posted that, you know, it was confirmed. And, you know, I was speechless. I had so much emotion going through me, man.
Daniel, I think this is Louie G. I literally was in my car, and when Chuy Martinez came on the radio, and I was in the car with my sister said, I was like, what happened? She's like, wait, listen to this. And she already knew what was going to come out of, I think, Chuy Martinez and the announcement where he said, we lost Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, man.
And I think everybody was feeling the same, you know, trying to verify. And even when it was sent in the group with us, you know, that's where I saw it in our group chat and seeing the headline of TMZ. And I was like, my God, I hope that TMZ has this all the way wrong. And it's like this heart clenching, like numbness to you, because, you know, I feel that most of the time when TMZ has reported that somebody has passed away, unfortunately, that is the case. But I still was in just disbelief. I was like, nobody else is confirming it. Nobody else is reporting it other than TMZ. And then when you start seeing ESPN and ABC and everybody else start confirming it, it's a hard thing to accept.
I think the biggest impact Kobe did leave was his philosophy, and I know that's going to carry on forever just because, you know, I think it's important for everybody, especially with, you know, mental health issues and everything, just to keep that Mamba mentality, to keep pushing through, you know, your struggles and stuff like that. And, you know, this isn't it for him, you know?
Man, thank you for the call, Daniel, man. and live life, love life, man. I love you, my brother. Thank you for checking in with us,
I
man. And
appreciate
God
that,
bless
man.
you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
You too, man.
Y'all hit us up, 866-246-8923. That's 866-246-8923. Big Boys
Big
Neighborhood.
boy.
We've had Kobe Bryant on our show, man, in the neighborhood so many times. And what we want to do throughout today is just give us some of those Kobe moments as well, man. And it was at one point where we were talking about people stealing Kobe Bryant's moves, you know, like, because there was a comment of this that came from Michael Jordan about Kobe stealing his moves.
But then, you know, Kobe, again, he'd been in the NBA for so long. And even Dwayne Wade had said at one point, he's like, I followed his feet. I watched his feet and I learned from him. And so, you know, where people like to say that Kobe stole Michael's moves, there's other players after Kobe that steal his.
And now everybody's talking about everybody's on Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody now it's Kobe. Like you're a veteran and relevant at the same damn time. So now your name get brought up when people say, "Oh, I did this, I did that." The same way we looked at Jordan, there's so many people that look at Kobe like that now.
Well, I mean, it's an honor because most of the guys that I'm playing against, you know, grew up, you know, watching me play here. Whether it's James Harden or Russell Westbrook. You know, the Durants and the LeBrons of the world, you know, they've grown up watching me play in the league. So, you know, it's an honor when I go against them and stuff, and you know, I see some of the similarities of the footwork, and it's good.
Whoa. Hold on, Kobe. You got to wait a few more years before you diss them, though. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, you got to wait 20 years. You got to wait. Yeah, you got to wait 20 years, then you got to come out like, yeah, such and such, yeah, because he stole all my moves.
No, it's all right. No, I'm still tracking to try to get this, get another title here in Los Angeles.
And that's what we need, brother. We got Kobe Bryant in the neighborhood, Big Boys Neighborhood. It'll be so many of those moments, man. So many of those moments, man. So, and we do want to hear from you as well, man. Phone lines are open. Hit us up, 866-246-8923. That's 866-246-8923. This is our show to celebrate and mourn. And it's your chance to get your voice heard. 866-246-8923. Big Boys Neighborhood. Everybody knows we lost Kobe Bryant. Los Angeles Laker, legend, husband, father, humanitarian, philanthropist, whatever. So many slashes.
Yeah.
But just everything under the umbrella of Kobe Bryant, man. And I went by yesterday to the just to the site. And just watching people park their cars wherever they could park their cars, and people getting out with their Laker jerseys on, man. And I'm talking about from 8 to 80, every nationality, just, you know what I'm saying? And people that, you know, you probably never seen before in your life, you know, talking, and everyone there hugging. And those are the things that I want people to continue to carry, not just in Los Angeles, but just period, to carry how loving you feel right now, and how loving you feel for your family and for people in your workplace, for strangers. You know, it just, the tone just felt different. And I know that when things happen that just, you know, I mean, it's, death is believable, but there's times when things happen and it's unbelievable.
It's so sudden.
You know,
Don't want to believe it.
Yeah, and no one, you know, that just show you how precious life is, and how you never really know.
You don't.
You know, what your today and your tonights may be. You know, there's families, we think we're affected. There's families that's affected to where we couldn't even imagine what their pain is.
Right.
You know, I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I went in my closet, and I just walked in just to kind of change clothes, right? And I walked out my closet, and my kids, they love me. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I said, baby, I said, what would happen if something happened to me? You know, like walking in, I'm all over that house. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere in that house. The same way I know that Kobe is everywhere in his household. Every family member is somewhere in that household. And I just can't imagine what they are going through.
Vanessa.
And this isn't a year sentence where once I get through this hard year, you know, everybody will be back. This changes your life forever
So
and a day.
devastating.
Ever and a day, man. And it's crazy because the biggest thing over the weekend for us was supposed to be, the Grammys.
Yeah.
You know, the Grammys. And even watching the Grammys, I was like, dude, how are they going to pull this off?
Big, right there with you, thought exactly the same thing. And, we had Alicia Keys in the neighborhood talking about coming back as a host. And I was like, I don't know how Alicia is going to do this. What are they going to do? What are they going to say? And, she opened it very beautifully, like sending, of course, prayers and light and thinking about the Bryant family and, being in the house that Kobe had built. And I thought she did a really great job beautiful job bringing Boys to Men out.
That building,
it was just so hard because it happened at the Staples Center. And when you see his jerseys up there,
they lit them up
and you
too.
think about the legacy, and it's not just the basketball player and what he did on the court, but you think about the father, you think about the son, you think about the families that are hurting of everybody else that was in that helicopter. And it's so tragic and it's so hard. And it's like, I still don't want to believe it. It's like, I can't believe we're talking about Kobe and past.
Mm-hmm. I've cracked the mic many a days and we've said Kobe Bryant's name in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant, gets his ring. Kobe Bryant gets his second ring, MVP,
the living legend.
Yeah, and to have to crack the mic today and just say that Kobe passed is a lot. And I saw him a couple weeks ago. And you can ask my buddy Jose. In life, as many times as I saw Kobe, for some reason that was a special moment. And it wasn't like I was like, this is my last time seeing Kobe. It was just so one-on-one, so personal, and it's just taking the time to talk, and we sit there, and people, just watching Kobe curse. A lot of people, but just having these moments, right? And I remember, I said, man, can you get a picture with my son? And Jaden came over, and he took a picture with Jaden. And then Chula came, and he took a picture with Chula, and he talked to my kids. And I didn't get the picture for myself. And I remember saying, man, I should have got the picture. And we had basketball the next day. And so I came and I was like, man, I want to get this picture with Kobe, because I saw him at Diddy's party, but I wanted this picture. And so he told me, hey man, whenever you see me, just come up. And he was coaching, and I didn't want to walk up to him while he was coaching. And so I was looking at the clock, and I was like, well, you know what? Let me take the family, because I didn't want to wait till the game was over. And me and my wife, I was like, I'll just catch him at the next game. I'll catch him at the next game, and I'll get the picture. And there is no next game. And that's why I tell people also, and this isn't about me, but if you ever see me out and you want a picture, please come and take that picture. Don't wait. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. This isn't about me, but take the opportunity and get the picture. And it's never a bother. I say this all the time, man. It's never a bother. If you ever see me, take the picture.
And Big really does stop for every single person. And I know that a lot of people, sometimes get, scared or, I don't want to bother you, but Big is one of those people that does stop for every single person.
Kobe joined us on air many a times, man, and he was also an advocate for homelessness in Los Angeles. And you heard Victor Brick speak about it as well, how before that, before there was the JW and before the Ritz-Carlton, when it was just, a lot of stuff that was downtown. He said when he did the parade, it was like 10,000 homeless people occupying downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the fact that he cared so much that he and his wife, Vanessa Bryant, took their time, to raise awareness and be a part of that and wanting to make a change. And this was a piece that you got to talk to him about, that homeless walk in LA.
For Kobe, a person that got so many things on his plate, so many things that Kobe Bryant can do, why would Kobe Bryant get attached to a home walk and want to end homelessness that's going on in Los Angeles?
Well, it's such a big challenge, and it's something that's flown under the radar for so many years. And I just feel like it's important to try to bring some awareness, some attention to this cause because it has flown under the radar for so long. I mean, we know the numbers and the statistics and how dominant homelessness is in our area. And like I said, unfortunately, it's become white noise, and it's important to try to raise that awareness because it's something that can be that we can put an end to.
And you know what it is too, Kobe, man? Sometimes it's like it almost looked like a backdrop of Los Angeles when we say we just kind of gotten used to it. Now, being a person that, we were homeless as a family, my mom, single mother, 7 kids. So this really it's like directly an impact on me because I've had a chance to bear witness to that. And for those out there, man, it's like 58,000 people that sleep on the streets every night. And to me, I feel like that's just in Los Angeles. To me, I feel like that's even kind of a low number because a lot of census, a lot of numbers, you don't actually get an accurate count. Hey, man, and that's the Kobe that I'm talking about. That's also... We know the rings, you know what I'm saying? We know the 80-plus points, the 60, finishing. But that's the Kobe Bryant that felt like, that was bigger than basketball. And that's where I felt like Kobe was going even more so. Like, it just felt like there was going to be so much more Kobe Bryant after basketball. You saw... where it wasn't like he was detaching himself from basketball. You understood what that basketball legacy was, but it just felt like we had so much more time watching this great man, Kobe Bryant, and what was next. So go ahead, love.
I had a vision board that I did years ago that said I wanted to work with Kobe and Vanessa Bryant to help the homelessness because I was just always like in awe that they would take their time because not a lot of people do raise awareness for the homeless or you know what. So to me, somebody like that to take time and think like, I play at the Staples Center and I live nice, but just right down the street, like all of these things, all of these different lives are being affected on Skid Row. And it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking that we lost somebody like Kobe Bryant and to all the lives that were affected on that helicopter ride yesterday.
It still sounds so crazy saying that. Like literally, if anyone watches our interview videos or if you ever been to the neighborhood or you seen any pictures when I'm sitting down broadcasting, literally there's a picture of Kobe Bryant and me right behind me. Every interview, like it's in my studio. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the biggest basketball fan. I love the Lakers. I love Kobe, but I love that man that's standing behind me. I love how energetic he was, and I haven't looked at this picture yet. I purposely haven't turned around because I don't have the strength to look at that. And when I look at the news, when they have Kobe Bryant dies in helicopter crash or, year to year, it's like I can't believe that I'm watching that. I can't believe that. Even when you just said Kobe Bryant, it's like it sounds so foreign coming out of your mouth right now, Ida, that Kobe Bryant is no longer with us, man, and what that feels like, not just in Los Angeles, but just as a human being.
Like you and I met at a Lakers game. That's and crazy. It was for my birthday because I was so excited. I wanted to go see Kobe play. That's all I wanted for my birthday. And I got that. And I got a chance to meet you. It's so crazy with a 360. And you're talking about that picture that Natalia, Louie, and I stare at behind you every single day.
They look at me. So
we look at you
it's your focal point, And
you were with Jaden.
That's my little guy, man. I remember him talking with Jaden one time on the phone. And Jaden was like, "Can you come to my house?" Oh man,
come through.
Oh
come
my gosh,
with me.
Man. Y'all stick around y'all radios, man. We're taking your calls 866-246-8923. We're gonna have Derek Fisher in the neighborhood as well, man. And we got other. We just want to hear from you. Y'all hit us up 866-246-8923. Big Boy's neighborhood. We're gonna have Derek Fisher in the neighborhood as well, man. We just. Gonna let him get himself together, man. We're gonna check in with Derek Fisher also, man. They shared the court, shared the rings, everything, man. Derek Fisher.
Big.
Fish, what up, bro?
Oh, man.
Where do we start, Fish?
Yeah, it's tough to kind of decide on that, man. I know it's always like love and positivity whenever we get together. And I feel like that's what it should be, but I don't want us to lose the real emotion that you just felt, that I'm feeling, that so many people are feeling. The families, everybody that has been impacted by yesterday's tragedy, man, it's hard to process. Like it still doesn't feel real. I still feel like that we're gonna be able to still see my brother one day. Like that is not over. That's what hurts the most, because what he was doing with his life after basketball was gonna be bigger than what he did in basketball. Changing the world for young girls and women. Like I don't think people realize how important the work he was doing on that level. Like it sounds good verbally to say it, but as a person that is working in the women's game on a daily basis now, like he is changing the game for women, like completely changing it. And it's just a sad day, man.
Hey,
Still.
Fish, we got so many memories as Laker fans, man.
My gosh, you gave us so
Watching
many,
what
bro.
you guys brought to the city, watching you guys bring home championships, watching you guys in the parade, man. If there's anyone that has a connection to Kobe Bryant that we're speaking to this morning, man, no one has more of a connection than you, man. And what was it like just being in that locker room or being a teammate of Kobe Bryant, bro? The legacy, the dynasty y'all built together.
It was a blessing, and it was inspiring on a daily basis. Like nothing is always like perfect, or every day is just great. Like what to me, what makes having the opportunity to work with Kobe so special was like his ability to like stare like adversity and hurt and pain and failure and mistakes like right in the face, and just like confront it and work his way through it. We like with athletes, we have a tendency to only see when they make the game winning shots, or if they miss the shot, then we want to blame them. We don't really get to see all of the things that happen behind the scenes. And like what I got a chance to see the behind the scenes part. It wasn't just when the lights were on. I got to see when the lights were off, and he changed. I doing my job because of how he approached his. And to see somebody at 17, 18 years old, when we came into the league together as rookies, already have a clear vision for what he wanted in his life and in his career. Like that, I had never seen that before, even though I was 4 years older. I had never seen somebody so clearly laser focused on being the greatest to ever do something.
Derek Fisher, how special were those days to you? Know how when like you're living in the moment of something special, like then, not when it's in the rearview mirror, just presently. But how special were those days to you with the Lakers, with Kobe Bryant, and the path of grabbing those championships for us in Los Angeles?
It was, I think, like any great relationship, it had ups and downs, highs and lows, great days, tears, injuries. It contained all of it, which is, what makes the pain so deep. And, there's moments that will never be forgotten. we went through different versions of our relationship. You know, where the first 8 years that we played together, both very young. I mean, Kobe was a teenager still. I had just turned 21 and didn't really understand a lot of things about being a grown man. And, you know, we both experienced LA and life in a different way together. And then like as things turned and we got into our second run together, you know, we had both had children by then. We had both gotten married. We saw life in a different way, like the conversations we were able to have. We probably talked on the phone and texted more at times when I wasn't on the Lakers for a few years than even when I was, because we weren't seeing each other every day. And it was like you couldn't see your brother, so you had to hit him up and see what he was doing. And like now I don't have like how am I supposed to hit him up? You know, like can't call him, I can't email him, I can't text him, like, and so, you know, but it was special, man. Just the journey, like, you know, for 13 years to just have the opportunity to be next to him. And, you know, he's one of the greatest to ever not just play basketball, but I think that he clearly, by the way everybody's feeling, like just impacted the world.
Hey, Fish, I've been asking people, man, it's one of them, where were you when you found out that Kobe passed? Where was Derek Fisher at when you found out? And how?
Yeah, I was, which is, you know, it's difficult to process a little bit. I was actually on my way to LAX to catch a flight to the East Coast to catch up on some Sparks business. And women's Team USA basketball team is playing against UConn tonight. So I was going to watch women's hoops, watch a couple of our players, and I was confused. I got a couple text messages that didn't make sense to me, and I was still thinking about LeBron moving into third on the all-time scoring list, and that's why people were hitting me up about, like, you know, saying it's not so about Kobe. And it wasn't until my queen called and Gloria called me and asked me if I had heard about it, and I could tell in her voice that something wasn't right, but I didn't believe it. And so I was on the transition, which is crazy because, I was on the transition from 101 to the 405. And my brother sent me a text message, and I had a media story linked to it. And I feel like that's when it really hit me that it was real. Like, the story was not a fake story. And, you know, my kids were texting me and asking me if it was real, and they asked me to just come back home, basically not, don't go get on the airplane. And so I just turned around and went back to the house and stayed with my family, man, and just hugged them tight. And, we just spent the day together, just being there for each other. We didn't really, I don't know if anybody really could talk much, because, all of our kids have fond memories of Kobe as well. Mm-hmm. And, it was a difficult day for them too.
Fish, man, I know it has to be hard for you as well, bro. And I thank you for the call, bro. And I thank you for everything that you've done for Los Angeles. I thank you for my history. I thank you for present. I thank you for whatever we're going to do together in the future to continue to make Los Angeles and make humanity proud, bro. And like I always tell you, bro, you're one of the most underrated. You're a veteran and relevant at the same time. You're an icon. You are a legend. Mm-hmm. And Derek Fisher, I thank you for coming into the neighborhood, bro. And as always, Fish, I'll tell you again, bro, I love you, bro. And thank you for your time, Derek Fisher.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, Big. Love you, man. And just, like, literally one thing that I'm going to ask, bro, I've never asked for much. Like, I feel uncomfortable asking people for things, but I really part of his legacy is what he was doing for girls and for women, you know, and in basketball and I'm sure one day in film and other things as well. But we gotta figure out how to get more people, you know, down to Staples Center during the Spark season. Not just because I'm coaching, but because of what he was doing to raise awareness and connection to women's sports. Like we spend no money, no sponsorships, no premierships, like getting behind women the same way we have been taught to get behind men in sports. And that's one of the reasons why I'm in it. He and I never talked about it directly, but I know that's one of the reasons why he was in it, because somebody like him makes a difference when they show up to the game and they post things about being at women's games. So I'll ask everybody there, everybody listening, like, if there's one thing you can do, you know, is find a way to go support girls' sports and athletics and things that girls are doing or that women are doing in sport. Just one or two more times than you normally would. Like, one time makes a difference. Mm-hmm. And I know that's what he was working on in the second part of his life.
Fish, I appreciate you, brother. I love you, Derek Fisher.
Love you, Big.
There it is. Yeah, the iconic Derek Fisher in the neighborhood, man. We're going to take your calls as well. 866-246-8923. Big Boys Neighborhood. Thank you, Fish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our moment of silence for the one and only Kobe Bryant. There's a lot of different moving pieces to Big Boy's Neighborhood, man. Like, people see Big Boy and that's the marquee name, but there's a lot of people that make sure that this show goes every day. And I want to really say thank you to our dude Sketch for putting that together. And I don't want to go through a full roll call, but Blaine just had his first son, and Blaine came in today. You know, just he could have been, you know, with his queen and, you know, celebrating, and he came in today just to make sure that we had all these pieces. And to the neighborhood as well, man. You know, I was looking at every group text and, you know, y'all having to go through audio and still dealing with what everybody was dealing with and having to pull those pieces together so I can come in the morning and push a button, you know. So I thank y'all as well, man. And Vic, thank you for being a soundtrack. Just thank you to everybody, man. And one thing I want to do also, man, is I really want to thank Los Angeles.
Yes.
And I thank Los Angeles, man, because you guys have allowed me to be on radio for almost 26 years in Los Angeles. And I've had some amazing times in Los Angeles. And the reason why I can have these, you know, these pieces or these special clips with Kobe is because Los Angeles, y'all allowed me to be here. And I was talking earlier in the show where I saw Kobe a couple weeks ago, and I didn't get the picture. I got it. My son got the picture. My daughter got the picture. And I did one of those. Oh, I'll see him again. You know what I'm saying? I'll see him again. And, you know, I will see him again and just won't be able to get this picture here on earth. I'll see him again, God willing. And once again, I just tell people, man, if I'm out anywhere, you know what I'm saying? And this isn't about me, but if I'm out anywhere, please take that picture. Please take the pictures. It's never a bother, man. And I just really wanted to take that time to just thank LA. What I want to do also, man, is I'm going to bring Ryan into the neighborhood. Ryan, as always, hello.
Hello.
Ryan, Kobe Bryant, bro. Phone lines are open, man. What's on your mind?
Man, I've watched him since I was a kid. He's the reason I picked up basketball up and played for all these years. From watching him with Shaq as a kid, going to the front yard after games, just trying to practice the moves that I saw him do. every time I pick up a ball, I always wanted to be like Kobe. He was a great athlete, a great family man. And as I got older and got my own family and started seeing him with his daughters, it's a tragic.
Amen.
I just don't know words for it.
Yeah. And you know what you said, and emotionally, bro, you said a mouthful. You said a lot, man. And it's crazy. That's what we were talking about as well, Ryan, how just the way that he affected so many. And you say that, you know, the love of basketball, you picking up a basketball, and then also mimicking and seeing how Kobe Bryant was as a human being, as a father. And I think that's one of the things that I've seen as well, Ryan, man. Ryan, I thank you for your call, brother. God bless you, all right?
Bless you.
And we'll continue to hold each other strong. Y'all hit us up, 866-246-8923, Big Boy's Neighborhood. Big Boy's Neighborhood. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here, man. Definitely want to thank you guys for hanging out with us during this emotional roller coaster.
Yes, thank you.
You know,
crying with us.
Yeah, man. Crying with us, remembering with us, you know, reminiscing with us. For everybody that checked in with the neighborhood, we appreciate you, man. For those that's sitting and watching the neighborhood, we appreciate you as well, man. Thank you once again to Derek Fisher for calling into the neighborhood. And just, if anything, man, you know, we want to thank Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Kobe Bryant, for being not just a great basketball player, man, but, you know, for being a great individual as well, man, and teaching us that, you know, we got to continue to work hard. We got to love hard, if that's family or whatever you know, whatever it is you're trying to get to, whatever that goal is, man, is that you got to be extraordinary. You got to be extraordinary to get to where you want to get to, man. And just with your family, man, family and friends, continue to hug your family and friends, love your family and friends, and not just to Kobe Bryant, man, but to everyone that was a passenger in the helicopter, to every person that has a connection with anyone that was on the helicopter, man. I can't imagine what they're feeling right now. I can't imagine. You know, God willing, I'll make it home today, and my family make it home today safe, and we get a chance to embrace as a family again, and to think that there's so many that won't have that. You know what I'm saying?
The
Makes
coach,
you hug even harder.
Thinking about the coach and his wife and his daughter that were on that plane, leaving behind, you know, a son and a daughter, you know, just thinking about them losing both their mom and their dad and their sister in one instance, you know, sending love and prayers to all the families that were in that helicopter.
Man, so we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, man. You know, thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank you for tuning into the neighborhood. Enjoy the rest of your day as much as you can, however as you can. Take care of you. Take care of your family. Continue to smile and just be happy and be kind to one another, man. We're Big Boy's Neighborhood, and we are gone.